And 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Basement Faults and Catapults.
Yeah, hoy, I'm Aaron, and...
I'm Trevor most of the time.
Most of the time,
Yeah.
as long as he's on his meds.
Yes, thank goodness for Xyla, whatever.
Nipram.
Neopron.
Whatever.
Neophronosporin. I don't know.
No clue.
So today, what are we doing?
Today, we are doing something ocean-themed.
Ocean-themed, yes.
Multiplayer. And underwater.
Under the sea.
Could it be? We're finally jumping on Subnautica 2. Trevor and I have a lot of experience in the Subnautica world. We both, of course, have played Subnautica 1. I know I've played the absolute patootie out of Below Zero. I don't know if you played that one.
I have it. I haven't played a lot of it.
Okay.
But yeah, very... Subnautica 1 was so good.
So good.
And I played it in really early access, so there wasn't a lot to do. And kind of as each new patch was released, I would have to play again or start over a few times. And yeah, it's really awesome. I'm a big Seaquest. I really enjoyed Seaquest DSV growing up. And it was the whole
Deploy
underwater.
the whiskers.
Yeah, and we just got off doing our Star Trek run.
Yep.
For a month. And I feel like, being in a submarine, being underwater, under the ocean is kind of like space on our own planet.
And we know almost more about deep space than we know about the deep sea. So
Yes. Well, I mean, I definitely know more about Deep Space Nine than I do the deep sea.
I could write a book on Deep Space Nine.
Absolutely. But, Subnautica 2, very cool. It was supposed to actually come out in early access a year ago.
Yes. But the whole,
controversy.
Crafton? Yeah, Crafton. And then Unknown World.
Because Crafton's the publisher.
And I believe they're also the IP holder.
Yeah, and Subnautica is the developers Unknown Worlds.
Yes. They're the developers. And there was all of that hoofa.
What happened? What was this controversy all about?
I believe, and I correct me in the comments, is that when Unknown World signed with Crafton, there was an obligation on Crafton's part to pay bonuses.
Yes.
If Unknown Worlds met certain milestones. Unknown Worlds believed that they had met those milestones and they were ready for early release, which would have qualified them for a fairly substantial bonus, if I'm not mistaken.
$250 million.
Yeah, big.
Yeah.
And of course, a business doesn't make money by paying people. So they immediately said, no, not ready for release. We're going to hold you back a year. So you missed that timetable. The leadership of Unknown Worlds, of course,
the co-founders,
they felt very differently and very strongly about that. It got litigious to the point where the CEO of Crafton asked ChatGPT what he could do.
Yeah, hey ChatGPT, how can I find a loophole to not pay these people?
Find me a loophole so I can screw people out of their money.
Aaron, you know a little bit about legal things.
I know a little bit, yeah.
Should we be trusting ChatGPT for legal advice?
Absolutely not.
Why is that?
Because A, it's confirmation bias. It will find you something, and if it can't find you something, it'll make it up. B, it's going to... AI treats all information as equal.
Yeah.
So if it's right or wrong, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
It's just looking for the information that fits the question asked.
Definitely.
So it will make up things to justify it.
Yes, there's nothing like legal hallucination.
Yeah, in fact, it's become it's a major issue in the American legal system right now. They're finding dockets entirely written by AI. They're just filled with fake case law. That's not good for the system.
Yeah, I mean, I know Canada's working on legalized hallucination. I heard something about psilocybin and mushrooms being legalized at some point.
Oh, that'll be fun.
But that's the only legalized hallucination anyone should probably be dabbling with, because using it for legal things, not a good idea.
Not a great idea. Yeah. But long story short, the leadership of Unworld successfully sued. They got fired. Then they got rehired. And, I believe one came back and the other one said, no, I'm not. I'm done with this.
Yeah, so the one was reinstated. The CEO, because the other one was the co-founder, not CEO.
Right.
And there's the co-founder who was the CEO. The name eludes me, but he was let go, terminated.
Yep.
And Crafton was forced to reinstate him. And good for the legal system to do this. I mean, Crafton's obviously not very above board.
Well, this is when, I start talking about, large corporations being cancerous. They don't actually care about what they're making. They just care about growth and profit, right?
Yeah, well, I guess they lost a lot of developers too. So
they lost a lot of developers, and their big Sims killer, Inzio, did not perform the way they wanted it to.
I almost bought that because I love The Sims, and that Sims-like game really was supposed to capture a lot more realism and a lot more reality to it. But I just couldn't buy it. I couldn't bring myself to do it.
There was that. My huge issue was I pulled down the character creator when it was released as a demo, and everybody looked the same.
Yeah,
like Sims, you could get crazy with the slider values.
Oh yeah.
Nothing obscene, but you can make like a skeleton man, or you make someone who's like faces out to here, and the rest of them is like. You could do all sorts of crazy stuff with character sliders. And Inzio, you ended up just making a K-pop idol every time.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. Subnautica 2 being... I'm sad that Crafton is involved at all at this point, because what an embarrassment. But Unknown Worlds is amazing. Everything they've built is amazing. I'm sad they've lost some developers and team members. But Subnautica 2 released early access on May 14th.
And it smashed expectations.
4 million copies in 2 weeks. Like,
huge.
Bravo,
good
you guys.
For you
Bravo.
guys.
That is awesome.
I mean, I have both negative and positive emotions about the early access as a whole.
Yeah,
but when it works and it works well, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, the thing I'm used to Subnautica being an early access game, but it was painful because you'd go months and months and months with no new content, and you're like, hey, I'm going to take my little submarine and I'm going to go over here, my monopod, and go over here, and then it's like, oh, Leviathan, and I'm dead.
I remember when they released the two distinct ones I remember were the Silent Running patch or expansion, which gave the Cyclops a bunch of new features, and it finished the storyline.
Yeah.
And then the Living Large update.
Yes.
Which just basically was like, hey, people really like these two things from...
we like base building.
Well, yeah, they like base building, but they were the large habitat from Below Zero that they brought in.
Yeah, Below Zero was really a pretty decent expansion for being a little short, but
well, I mean, at the end of the day, it wasn't. It was the same game.
Yeah,
they added a few things.
I would replay Subnautica, but like the base building is fun. I love building little fish tank habitats and catching the fish and putting them in there. Right. I mean, there's something to be said about the peacefulness of base building games, and Subnautica, as much as there's that exploration, base building is such a cool component of it. Unfortunately, with Subnautica 2, there's not a lot of content right now because it is early access.
Very early access, and there is a hard stop where it's like this is it. You can't go any further.
Yeah. So we're gonna play some Subnautica 2
we're gonna give it half an hour, 45 minutes,
probably 45. Yeah.
Probably just enough time to put down our first tube.
Yeah, our first tube. I think we'll dabble a little bit because in the multiplayer side of it, and just see how mature the multiplayer is. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Let's find out.
Let's find out. So we've both already played a lot of Subnautica 2.
Yeah, I couldn't wait.
Trevor's already done the
I finished all the early access content. Yeah.
I got stuck on the hot caves, which if you played it, you'll understand. If you haven't, you'll be like, Hot Caves sounds like a place I'd like to be.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, that's us. We'll see you back again. We'll give you our feedback, specifically on the multiplayer, I think, because that's what we're really going to be testing.
Yeah.
And see you on the flip.
Here we go. And we're back.
We're back after a fun-filled moment in the water world of where was it? Like Zerubius?
I don't know the name of the planet. It is a planet that we have crash landed on.
Yes. And we're getting the fragmented story is like you signed on for one thing and then you crash landed on this planet and it's a different thing.
Yeah.
But we're not here to talk about the story or lack thereof because, again, early access.
Yeah.
What we're here to talk about specifically is the multiplayer and whether or not it functions.
Yeah. I got to say, my biggest complaint with the first Subnautica was that you couldn't play with friends.
Right? I remember there was a Subnautica multiplayer mod.
There was. That wasn't very good.
It was horrible. I remember getting in the Seamoth and taking off, and the Seamoth would explode around me because my buddy didn't have a Seamoth and he was like back at home base. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Like it had issues.
Third-party multiplayer mods are always challenging. Some games better than others are arguably, like Kerbal Space Program. There was an attempt at a multiplayer mod as well.
Well,
it did not work very well.
Why?
Well, see, Kerbal Space Program, to play it in a meaningful way, you have to use time dilation. So to get to the planet Duna, for example, if you actually didn't use time dilation, that would take you literal weeks to get there.
Yeah, no, I've played Kerbal Space Program. I'm struggling with like why you'd want to play with somebody.
Oh man, getting your Kerbals up to the moon and building a base together. So Kerbal Space Program 2, which is basically dead now.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
That was the promise. So
yeah, you'd be able to build space bases and stuff.
Build space bases, do mining, and build entire Kerbal civilizations with your friends. And Subnautica 2, the promise of multiplayer, I was like, please don't Kerbal Space Program this, because like games like Skyrim, which the Skyrim multiplayer mod is actually pretty good.
I was watching somebody do, I think it was Elden Ring.
The first few multiplayer mods for Elden Ring were really, really bad because you could only initially, I think with the built-in multiplayer, you could only join in instanced fights.
Yes, like boss fights and things like that.
Yeah. And then some of the mods came in and actually allowed you to exist in the world together.
Yeah, but they were so hacked together.
They were. I think nowadays the multiplayer mods are pretty good, but games, and we live in a world where there are ample single player games.
Yeah, tons.
Any game where it's an experience and you're adventuring and you're exploring a world, like Enshrouded, for example.
Enshrouded is a great example, yeah.
Multiplayer is key to the experience. And I think that in the fact that we're all connected, we all have internet, we all have all of these, well, not all of us have internet, but the majority of gamers.
A surprisingly large number of rural Americans in the United States are still on dial-up.
Yeah. They probably still get their news by paper as well.
Pigeon.
By pigeon, yes. I love it. So we're all so connected, and all the gamers, we all have internet, we all have these things. Why should we not be able to play multiplayer? And I get like the development overhead of building a multiplayer game for a small studio is challenging.
Well, yes and no. I mean, if you start off with the multiplayer as intended, like that's the point of it, then the single player is just, don't even add that bit of code.
Yeah.
Right? It's to me, it would be simpler to start as a multiplayer and add the single player functionality.
Yeah.
But I also really enjoy playing with people. And I do remember there was a lot of backlash. People are like, no, you can't make Subnautica multiplayer. And I try to be as understanding as possible, but it's like, if you don't want to play multiplayer, don't.
What do you think about the idea of having an underwater, like in Subnautica, you have a location.
Okay.
But you can only, and it's like, you don't need whatever's in that location to beat the game or to get story content, but the only way to unlock that would be with a friend. Okay.
Now there's where I start taking issue with it, mostly because Dead Space 3 still leaves such a bad taste in my mouth.
Really?
Dead Space 3 had multiplayer only areas.
Okay.
And I think that if you're going to add content, it should be accessible to everybody. And especially for a sort of survival sticks and stones game like Subnautica, right? You should be it'll be harder for me as a single player, but also at the same time, the only thing I would want from a multiplayer only zone is more space to build.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm kind of torn with it because I like the idea of having puzzles that can only be solved with two people, like a Portal 2.
Like a Portal 2 sort of deal,
yeah. And so I don't know, like I think it would be cool to have some multiplayer content where having two players to solve a puzzle, or to like, I got to go push this button, you got to go push that button, or one requires a sacrifice where once you push the button,
you die.
The other person can no longer get out and will drown.
I like the idea of that, but that's that's the whole purpose of the game, is that multiplayer puzzle
Yeah, it's
aspect.
true. It's true.
So it's not really a Subnautica or a Sticks and Stones,
That's fair.
right?
That's fair.
It's a different game.
That's fair. But what did you think about multiplayer in Subnautica 2?
I was actually very impressed.
Me too.
They nailed the assignment. It didn't feel janky at all.
Yeah.
There were a few moments like when you were swimming, there was this coral dome, and you swam into the coral dome because there's holes all over the coral dome. And the coral dome actually disappeared for me.
Oh, really?
It disappeared from the screen. You were in there.
Wow.
And then, like, as I got a little bit closer, it reappeared.
Okay.
But for like, and you can go back through the footage. There's like a half second where the coral dome has disappeared.
I think there are some draw distance issues with Subnautica 2 right now. Even in single player, I noticed that.
Yeah.
Where some things would like phase in and out with kind of a shortened draw distance. And I feel like hopefully there's a graphical option to increase draw distance. But the game performance is really solid. So
it was very solid. And
give me more draw distance.
And considering that, yes, we're in the same room playing together, but we're still going to Steam servers and then to us, right? Yeah. So it's not like we have a zero latency connection. So it felt very smooth, which is always so important.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, for an early access game, to be like, hey, yeah, we can go explore the depths together and drown together and celebrate and go. Yeah. Like when I was looking over it, you're like, I think I'm dying. I look at your screen and I see it's getting dimmer and dimmer. And I'm like, oh, are you blacking out? You're like, yeah. And it's like, how much more fun is it to experience those moments in a game with someone else?
Well, and here's the thing. Like when I'm in a single player and I'm starting to black out and drown, that's a stressful moment. But in this moment, I was like, I get to share this. Like, I get to narrate my death.
How many times, and try to be honest.
Okay.
How many times have you save scummed playing in early access in this game so far? And have you?
I haven't. I didn't think you could.
Oh, I have.
I didn't think you could save scum.
Oh, well, you can manual save, and manual save puts a secondary save file, so you can load from the secondary save file. Oh, yes. So I have reached a couple of points where I've save scummed because I would be like almost to what I want, and then I die, and I'm like, yeah. So you can save scum, unfortunately. I kind of wish you couldn't.
Well, because yeah.
But in multiplayer, there's no saves coming.
No.
That's what I love about it.
There can't be, because you're not really running independent saves, right?
No.
There's the host save.
So Subnautica 2, man, multiplayer.
I was very impressed.
I'm so excited to see more content.
I noticed a few latency issues, mostly when moving inventory and interacting in the same inventory space.
Yeah.
Like when I was putting stuff away, it would start giving me the thinking symbol, and then suddenly it would like fill up with like the 17 fish you had brought back.
Yeah. It's like, bloop. It's interesting how they're like buffering, getting that information between clients and servers. I think that the only thing that I was kind of sad about was at the end of our playthrough, we kind of did a little scientific experience.
Yes, we did.
Experiment to see what happens when someone drowns. So you were inside watching me drown.
Yeah.
And I was outside drowning.
Ooh, pardon me. Yes, and you just disappeared.
Like what?
And then you left your little black box, which is your inventory, which can be recovered.
Yeah, and I feel like Unknown Worlds has kind of said this in the past. Like they don't want you killing fish and beating them to death. This is not about killing things. I would not be upset if you drowned, the fish came and picked you apart, and then your skeleton was left on the bottom of the...
We're not asking much from them, are we?
Well, I feel like there should be like a permanent skeleton or gravestone or something to mark that's where you died. Because there would be nothing more pleasing to me in a multiplayer game than when I'm getting from like our base to like go to the next place and I see like all the places we've died along the way. I just think that would be that'd just be so good, because it's like telling a story of this is how many times I've been reprinted. So cool.
What I'm disliking, and I didn't think I'd be on this side of the argument, is you're right. They're very clear about this isn't a game that we want you to be killing the wildlife and stuff.
Yeah.
But to me, when I start making that base, right, we had those aggressive fish in and around it.
Yeah.
And there's an aspect of like, I get that, but at the very least, we should be able to do something to push them away from us.
Yeah.
Right? Like wildlife deterrence beacon, and it make it cost power. Cool, but like it should send out like a field around the base that scares the enemy fish off.
I mean, I do like that you can like use the flares and throw it, and then like go like fetch. Yeah, like they fetch the flare. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, distraction flares. I like that.
I played my entire first playthrough of early access. I didn't use flares at all.
I'll be honest, I haven't used flares once.
It's just more inventory space you're taking up, and it's
a one shot. It's not useful.
Yeah. I mean, I got picked to death a couple of times where I probably should have kept one on me just in case.
Just to have,
just to get a quick escape. But once you get later on in the game and you start dealing with some of the Leviathan class creatures, there's no, like, flares aren't going to help you.
No,
flares.
No, because by that point, you're in your tadpole anyway.
Yeah.
Or whatever configuration you've made your tadpole.
Yeah. Oh man, the configurations of tadpoles are cool. You get like the loader configuration, or
you
the hauler.
Get the scout.
You get the scout, the manta ray.
I felt it was the best mix of both worlds, because there's the sea moth in the original Subnautica, which I adore, and then there was the sea truck in Below Zero.
Yes.
And the sea truck, you could attach modules to it, right?
Yeah.
I felt like this was the best sort of mix of both worlds. I liked it.
I love the aesthetic that Subnautica brings to their vehicles. And you know what? I really like the first Subnautica when you build your big sub.
Oh, the Cyclops?
The Cyclops.
Yeah.
Dude, that was such a cool experience to like have the Cyclops go to those depths, and the experience of when you reach like the depths where it's starting to break and water's starting to spray in, and like it's starting to,
you're running around.
It's like the glass is cracking. I feel like, I'm just gonna say the overall aesthetic of Subnautica 1 and now Subnautica 2 as an underwater game and underwater base building.
Love it.
This is one of my most favorite aesthetics of any video game ever. Like, I love your Satisfactories, and I love games that have a lot of really cool areas to see and view. And like, I like the Fallouts and the Witchers, but this Subnautica is just so...
There's something about it, man.
I could spend hundreds of hours just underwater building bases and catching fishes. I really hope that they go like all out on content for this game.
Nobody crucify me here, but I've beaten Subnautica 1 two times now.
Yeah.
So every once in a while, I just boot up Subnautica 1. I jump in and I activate free build mode. And I just build bases, man. I just go to town.
Yeah, and Subnautica 2 has a free build mode too, where you have unlimited oxygen and unlimited supplies and resources and all that stuff. I love the survival aspect of it. I really can't wait to be building more bases in Subnautica. Like, honestly, for anyone watching this, if you have not played Subnautica or Subnautica 2, and you love...
I think Subnautica is like, what, $30-$40 now?
Yeah, exactly.
So...
I highly recommend it. Now, if you don't like slow-paced games with kind of a quiet environment and easy pace, if you're more of like a first-person shooter, action adventure, probably not your jam.
Yeah.
But if you just want like a cool, calming game, and of course...
We say that, and then like we're all remembering that first time the
Leviathan
gets you.
On the moth, when it grabs you and destroys you and blows you up. So there are peaceful aspects to the game. There are jump scare aspects to the game. There are good things and bad things. There's that feeling of, oh my God, I'm not going to make it to the surface before I run out of oxygen.
The first time a warper grabs you.
Oh yeah.
You're just swimming in your sea moth, having a good time, and there's only you're like, what?
Yeah. I think though that the peaceful aspect of building bases in the game and customizing
it's
it.
Just I
cannot wait to see what they do with this.
They really, I don't know how much you've experimented with this in your full playthrough, but the ability to actually mold the bigger modules, I love that. It was nice.
I really hope Subnautica 2, because right now the content for early access, there's actually a fair bit of good story.
There's a surprisingly large amount of content for early access.
I feel like there's a lot more lore in Subnautica 2 already than there was in 1 altogether.
Yes, absolutely. 1, they were like, this is our idea. And then Below Zero, they started adding a lot more characterizations, right?
Yeah.
So,
I'm so excited.
I was blown away. I'm very impressed. If you like single player experiences, Subnautica 2 is amazing and excellent.
It is, yeah.
But again, we were specifically testing out the multiplayer, and it is it's a catapult from this.
It's so catapult.
Yeah.
Graphics 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
So good.
Easy.
No, you don't think so?
Listen,
Okay, the character models.
The character models are a little janky.
Okay, 9 out of 10.
But that's like an Unknown World staple at this point. All their character models look like they were put through a spaghetti stretcher.
Yeah, the one guy with the little streak in his hair.
They got a little weird.
It brings me back to my teenage years.
The little Shaka Blonde.
Yeah, the little Shaka Blonde. Yeah. The platinum. So yeah, graphics. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I love the aesthetic.
It is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. Right? The audio. I love the audio.
The creaking of the water, like when you get into your base and you can actually hear the hull creaking under the pressure. The sound, the aggressive fish or fauna.
What's your favorite sound in Subnautica?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
That is a cool sound. Yeah, welcome aboard, Captain. My favorite sound is the fabricator.
It's
such a good sound.
Yeah, it's a good sound. It's a good sound.
I wish I could just no, I was going to say I wish I could play it on repeat, but I'd get sick of it pretty quick.
You get sick of it pretty quick.
But I love that fabricator sound. Whatever frequency that's hitting just tickles my ears.
They got you.
I love it.
No.
Gameplay.
Ooh. Yeah, that's
man.
I will say 9 out of 10, and the reason for that 9 out of 10 is it's almost perfect. I feel like there are areas, and maybe these could be optional, like you can have them on or off.
Yeah.
I just feel like there are areas where it can be a little too punishing.
Yeah.
Like when you die, they say you can reclaim your body.
There's no beacon.
But there's no beacon to find it, right? So that should be an option. I should be able to turn that on or off. And maybe there is, and I didn't see it, right? Maybe if I opened up my Altera tablet and went to beacon management.
Yeah, I remember playing single player through it just after it released, and I of course I drowned. And
as you do,
you find those little black boxes from the NPC or the story characters.
The story characters.
And so I found a black box, and I was like, "Ooh, another story box!" And it was actually just like my old inventory, and I was like, "Oh, I don't even remember dying here. When did this happen?"
I've had too many reprints.
I'm
starting to forget.
But
how did I get here? What's my name?
Man, yeah, the gameplay is so good. I think that, like, I can't say this with certainty because it is an early access game.
It is early access, and things can change pretty heavily, or
it can.
Not at all, right?
But I'm going to give this a tentative 10 out of 10.
For gameplay?
For the game as a whole.
Oh.
I love Subnautica.
Whoa.
Subnautica 1 was a 9 out of 10 game for me. 9 out of 10 was Subnautica. You add multiplayer to that.
That's it. That's all it needed.
10 out of 10 game for me. Needed. But it is a caveat that the game is still in early access.
As an early access title, I would agree with you. But there are moments where I felt progression wasn't clear. Especially like I got soft stuck in the hot caves. I couldn't figure out how to get deeper into it. There are moments where the resources you needed aren't accessible. And again, that I understand the scarcity issue, and I don't mind that. I just wish there had been some signposting saying, "Oh, you need silver. Silver is only available here."
Yeah, and eventually you can, because you build a scanner in your base.
Yeah, your scanner in your base.
And it'll tell you where silver is and titanium. That actually makes that easier for you. So it's a little bit difficult from the beginning as a progression, but then eventually they're like, "Here, let us make that easier for you," because it takes away the grindiness to it a little bit. So
I guess I just, don't make me grind that long.
That's fair.
I want a softer grind.
In all fairness, I think where I found the grind most difficult was when, before you get the rebreather.
Oh God.
Because you get to a certain depth and you start consuming oxygen rapidly, like twice as fast.
Yeah.
It's probably not twice as fast, but it's darn close. It feels twice as fast.
1.5.
Yeah, it's fast. And I struggled a lot in the game where, like you said, there's certain resources you're trying to get. I hadn't found the rebreathers yet. I had scanned like one or whatever.
You're going to hate me for this one. I had the rebreather, like I had scanned it, ready to go for the longest time, and I just didn't build it.
Yeah, you just forgot to build it.
I just didn't build it.
You know, I did the exact same thing, because I think you only have to scan it once to unlock it.
It's probable, yeah.
Yeah. And so once I finally scanned and unlocked it, that opened up being able to go deeper and get the things I want. Where I was kind of, and I said this to you during our gameplay, where I cheat is I will just build like 10 oxygen tanks.
And then just swap them.
And then I just go as deep as I want. And I've got like 15 minutes of oxygen. And I can just swap. And
I hate that works.
I mean, I did the same thing in Subnautica. That's how I always had 2 or 3 air packs on me when I was exploring. And I don't carry that many around all the time, but when I'm exploring...
But when you're doing like a deep exploration or something?
Yeah, like if I know where I'm going and I'm like, that's like 3 air packs for me to go down and get what I need and come back. So I'll grab 3 air packs.
Wild.
It's kind of like a nice little hack, but
you have to recharge them, like all of them individually, right?
Yeah, so what you do, well, you get to the top and then you have to swap each of them out to fill them out. As long as you swap the empty ones into your inventory or into your equipped, they fill up.
So, but
it's tedious. And the best part of that is I forget to fill them up.
Right. So you go in to swap and
I'm at a 90-second dive all the way down.
No air.
I have no air. And I'm like, I'll just switch to my extra tank.
My backup
inventory. Tank. All my extra tanks are empty still. No! And I'm reprinting.
And you're reprinting.
Yeah. See, this is where save scumming comes in handy.
I see. But I'll save scum the crap out of like a Skyrim or a Fallout.
Yeah. But I love Subnautica 2, if you can't tell.
Yeah, no, I agree. I am ecstatic about it. Go out, pick it up, get a friend. Find somebody on the street and be like, we're friends now. We're playing Subnautica 2 together.
Yeah, I really hope that they extend the content substantially.
Well, I mean, they've got a pretty aggressive release schedule.
Yeah, I want to see like more ways to decorate our base. I want to be able to, more. I want to see like the mods, the mod community be able to really come and shine on this game.
Yeah, well, the mod community in the first one was pretty heavy. Pretty dedicated guys.
Yeah.
There's some really good horror mods out there.
Yeah,
but I don't think Unknown Worlds has built mod support in.
Yeah,
I don't think they have. It's just the fact that it is a Unity game.
Yeah.
Or the first one was, right? Beppin?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the second one's built on right now.
Unreal.
Yeah, is it Unreal?
Yeah, it's Unreal Engine.
There you go. I mean, it looks Unreal.
Hey! Oh! And on that note, everybody,
go play Subnautica 2.
Go play Subnautica 2.
Yeah.
Get a friend. Make one up if you have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a blast.
So did I, man. Yeah. I love this game.
So until next time, guys.
Good luck.
Have fun.
Don't drown.
And if you do, you get reprinted.
Yeah, you're gonna get reprinted. Make sure you have a saved backup biobed location.
Yeah, have a good biobed nearby.
Yeah.
Anyway, bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I had a blast. I really enjoyed that.